Did our parents give us the candy when we cried in our childhood? Do you remember, Brandy? Brandy is not listening. Yeah. So you see now, huh? Terry, you were also given candy. We were all given candy in a different form. We are trying to understand, so don't get offended. If you are a seeker, you will not get offended. If you are a non-seeker, you will react to it. So we are still studying satsang. What is satsang? I said satsang, the company of the real. Seems to be an understatement. The satsang helps us to lead to recognize the detachment, so we get freedom from the detachment, we get freedom from the delusion. Freedom from the delusion leaves the steadiness of the mind, and the steadiness of the mind means mind is purified, and that mind is ready for awakening. We all have experiences at this age. The baby is crying and we give them the candy. So what happens? Parents attracted the mind of a baby by offering candy from the problem, from the pain, from the headache. Just take an example, is it not? So attracted the attention. Now if the pain exists, you cannot attract the attention. Are you understanding? But if pain does not exist, it is easy to get attracted, our attention. Baby stopped crying, so we also stop crying. We have introduced hundreds of candies in our life. I'm lonely. Mind is now going to the candy. I should be dating. Then I go to the dating site. I find someone. I find my soulmate. After a few weeks, it is gone. I find another candy. That's why I told you, don't get offended. So we have hundreds of candies. I changed my shirt. I have a new shirt. I have a new car. The whole life is busy in getting these candies. Satsang helps you to understand. Can you make a journal this week and ask how many candies you desire to get in your life? Just 1 week. 1 week only. And you will recognize on the other side, the very pain does not exist. We are worried about loneliness. I'm so lonely in my life. And we get a different candies. We get frustrated. For some time, that frustration comes to an end. That frustration comes to an end before another fear comes. Come on. The child says, I'm scared. As if the candy contains the fearlessness. By eating it, the fear is gone. Are you understanding? Are you understanding that? We are studying satsang. We are understanding what is the power of that satsang. Let us analyze. A crying baby represents a state of distress, pain, emotional turmoil. We are moving to the second stage of the satsang. I would say people have every master has their own understanding. So I say there are 5 layers of the satsang. So second layer helps us to attack our comfort zone. How the comfort zone is created by the thoughts and the feelings. So where the thoughts and feelings are accumulated, it is in the mind. So with that thought and the feeling, we live, we think and speak in our daily life. We create a lot of comfort zone in our life. So now I'm comparing it with crying baby. So baby, we always talk in terms that now the baby is in a state of distress, pain, and emotional turmoil. We are also babies. So this is a universal human experience, regardless of age. Now the parents represents parents offering the candy. It represents an external stimulus that temporarily diverts attention and provides comfort. Is it not? Say yes. So it is a quick fix. It is a temporary distraction from the underlying issue. If you say it is a quick fix, then you will always find, let me find the quick fix in the material world. But satsang says, no, you have to find the permanent fix inside. So instead of a quick fix, Master says, find out a temporary distraction from the underlying core issue. So what happens when as a baby, we are given the candy, the crying stops. A temporary relief from the stress. The distraction works. So what is the solution? So distraction of the mind works in getting some temporary solution. The entire process is the satsang. We are moving into the second level. So what is, can you ask the effectiveness of this temporary solution? Yes, it highlights the common experience of seeking external solution to the internal problem. It also points out that there are methods that can produce a desired result. So I have to prepare a journal this week to find out how many candies, what different types of candies we use in order to solve our emotional, personal, professional, social, family, relationship problems and issues. Are you understanding? You might be thinking, I use the candies, I find, but I still have a problem. Terry, are you getting it? So don't think that others are much better than you. They are also in search of the candies. So now same thing, if the external distraction works for babies, why not for adults? I am sad, I am serious, I am frustrated, I have lot of fears, I am agitated. We are searching the candy outside. Temporarily. We are understanding the satsang. Like candy for a baby, satsang can provide also a temporary escape. So those who are non-seekers and they continue the journey, it will bring the permanent solution. Why? Satsang will help you to recognize, realize, and bring a strong conviction to your mind that the external sources cannot bring true peace and happiness. And then only you will stop searching for the candies. Means external source of happiness. Satsang. So you will be able to find out this is candy. Okay, let me find the temporary solution, but I have to go deeper to find out if anything that is external is only a distraction. It is not a permanent solution. So I feel lonely now, first marriage broken, and now I will go for this. You are searching for a candy. You are not searching inside. I believe you are getting it. Whatever we desire, and if the desire is fulfilled, no doubt we are happy. But if the desire is not fulfilled, satsang part now. I was saying something else before, now I'm saying something else. So whatever we desire is fulfilled, no doubt we will be happy. If the desire is not fulfilled, apply discernment and dispassion there and then instead of searching the candy. If the desire is fulfilled, you are happy, so you should be happy with the wisdom. That is the series we are doing, happiness and wisdom. Without wisdom, you cannot experience the real happiness. So if the desire is fulfilled, awaken that discernment and dispassion. Mind, you are being happy from the external resources. And if the desire is not fulfilled, apply the discernment and dispassion to remain happy. Why? You cannot control the world outside. Come on. Let me make an effort again. It is the life of a seeker. It is the life of a seeker. If we become blind, desire is fulfilled. Blind means I'm searching for a candy outside. Candy may be husband, maybe wife, maybe a person, maybe a car, maybe a money, maybe any damn thing. To get rid of the fear. The father of the parents of the fear are attachment and detachment. You get rid of this attachment and detachment, let me know where the fear is. I'm attached to something outside, I'm searching the candy. It will not bring everlasting peace and happiness. So if you analyze in your life, acknowledge the desire. Become aware of the specific desire. What is it that I want? Example, I desire a pay hike, pay raise. Potential outcome, what is the potential outcome? Desire is fulfilled, but internally I am attached to that my desire should be fulfilled. So until the desire is fulfilled, my mind continues with the fear. But if the pay raise is done, I experience the initial happiness. It is another candy. Should I not work for it? Yes, I should work for it. Applying the wisdom, discernment and dispassion. Recognizing this happiness is temporary in everyday work, in everyday life. Avoid attaching your long-term happiness to the object of desire. The moment you have an attachment, make sure you have a fear and anxiety. It may not manifest, but it is already present in you. It will manifest. I got a pay raise, I'm happy, but I know this is a temporary feeling. I will not let this promotion, pay raise define my overall happiness. I think that much is in my control, is it not? Avoid the trap of craving or greed for more. How? Satsang. What the satsang helps you by understanding what exactly is the discernment and what is the dispassion. Now see the another potential outcome: desire is not fulfilled. Wisdom is there. So wisdom tells you it is temporary. Acknowledge the initial disappointment or sadness. You acknowledge it. Separate your sense of self-worth from the outcome. So you recognize what is the attachment and detachment. I did not get the promotion or pay raise. I am disappointed, so I have to apply the wisdom there so that I am not frustrated. How to apply that wisdom? By discernment and dispassion. You see, that is what the satsang is. We have to embrace the role of a seeker. I have to be a seeker. The seeker perceives every event, every thought, speech, and action with discernment and dispassion. And then what happens? Whether desire is fulfilled, desire is not fulfilled, internal calm is there. Calmness is maintained, that joy, the state of the joy is intact. That joy is not the deluded pleasure which is projected by the mind. And the life is going to evolve. Life is going to evolve. It is a movement, it is a journey from chaos to the inner peace. That chaos can happen at any time in our life. You wake up in the morning, you have a particular thought. That thought is searching the candy in your honey, that you don't get it, you are frustrated, you are agitated. So can you recognize that? Internal calm and poise is maintained. The external world represents challenges beyond our control. The world I cannot control. Now we are understanding. We all know whether to live in the world or whether the world lives in us. So now we are opening up that. The external world presents challenges beyond our control. Aging. Can you stop aging? External world. Hunger, various situation and relationship. No. So in search of the candy, now you understand. In search of the candy, you have understood how I'm using the candy. To be happy, I'm searching that candy, maybe a person, maybe a situation, maybe an event. I go for a vacation. I always go to Hawaii again. How many times you have gone? 5 times. Did you not learn 5 times that there is a temporary happiness? I'm going for a 6th time. I'm talking for seekers, not for non-seekers. Don't get offended. Go to Hawaii or go repeat vacation. I have not learned. Why I have not learned? Absence of wisdom. Why absence of wisdom? Because I am attached. Attached to what? Attached to Hawaii. Example. So most sufferings comes from trying to control the uncontrollable rather than mastering our inner response. I'm trying to control the uncontrollable, which is causing an hesitation in my mind to go to Hawaii again to enjoy. That is another candy, but I have not learnt even after enjoying, so-called enjoying the vacation in the Hawaii. Are you getting it? Second level of the satsang. Self-inquiry is required. Discernment and dispassion is required. We have to recognize what exactly is the attachment and detachment. I have to acknowledge that temporary pleasure versus the permanent happiness, that I don't do it. And when I don't do it, then the problem, I fall trap into the delusion. And once I'm deluded, then there is no end to the solution of the problem. Yes, Jerry asked a question that whether this mantra, yes, I think I should. That is also a part of the satsang. So first we have to understand Mangala Charan. Mangala Charan means creating a sacred space. Mangala Charan. So every seeker has it. He should remind, or she should remind every day in the morning that mind entering into the sacred space. So there is a physical space, you burn the incense sticks. Mental space, by applying the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom mentally. Spiritually, by the Shanti mantra. So people may have some confusion. That is the Mangala Charan Shanti mantra, or the Shanti mantra is a Mangala Charan. So they have only a dry intellectual study, they will say it is not there. So how to do the Mangala Charan? The first verse or a beginning of a text in the entire journey of the Eastern wisdom is considered Mangalacharan. But what is that verse? The verse is a mantra. It may be a Shanti mantra. So in the Mandukya Upanishad, that is there, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. So it begins with this mantra to create that sacred space, and that contains the entire message of the Upanishads. I would also say one more thing, that not only in Mandukya Upanishad, I have to remember, I don't remember, there are other Upanishads with the same mantra. So that proves that it is a Mangalacharan mantra. Now there are two types of Mangalacharan. When we do the satsang at the third level, then I will replace it. There are three types of Mangalacharan. So first two types. First type of Mangalacharan is Namaskar. Namaskar. Namaskar, Namaste. Namaste means I am you and you are me. That is one type of Mangalacharan. And second type of Mangalacharan is about blessing, about grace. So this Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu is a Mangalacharan of the type of blessing and the grace. just hold on to this. You tell that this is what is explained in the Eastern wisdom. You have to study it. It's very good. I was very happy. You have to understand. So once the satsang, level of the satsang, or you become a higher seeker, what happens? You instantly recognize. Wisdom is inside you. So you instantly recognize, oh my goodness, what did you recognize? Go back to our previous sessions. Difficult life, easy living. Difficult life because your goal is, desire is not fulfilled. Difficult life, living is easy. How? By wisdom. How the wisdom is attained? By discernment and dispassion. What happened? You're not in searching the candy. You have recognized temporary happiness. That is one situation. Now, should I give you an idea, a thought to contemplate and reflect? It's a little bit higher, but yes, it's good. First, reflect on the baby says, I'm very scared. Or, one woman from New Jersey, almost 5-6 years ago, when I came here, she did a lot of sessions, and her problem was that she is feeling loneliness. Why? She divorced. And she said that I'm just dying and crying because I'm lonely. Compare with the baby. Baby is also crying with their fear, and this lady is also suffering from loneliness. Attention is diverted to a candy. But if the fear exists, it will continue to exist. Are you getting it, what I'm saying? It is distracted by the candy and the baby forgets. Same way, this lady found a man, and now question is, can the loneliness be removed by this man? If it is removed, then we don't need experts like Christina. We already have a solution. We have a solution. We are going deeper. Why we are going deeper? We have to reach to that real self. Did you understand this point? So, what appears to exist can be removed by candy. And what continues to exist cannot be removed by anything. Are you getting it? What I'm saying? Did you understand that? If the fear is real, that fear cannot be removed by anything, because fear is located in the mind and candy is outside. Candy and the fear has no relationship. Loneliness and the person has no relationship. No, but in the modern world, it appears to have a relationship. I have seen many couples where the husband says, I feel too lonely. You can be with a person and still you feel lonely. Is it not true? So think of it. The moment you have anxiety, duality, conflict, fear, failure, frustration, do you really exist? So first, Our mind says it exists, then it says, mind says, find the candy. So you find the candy and you're happy. You're happy for a temporary period. You have another problem. Are you getting? Should I not marry? I did not say that. I did not say that. Happiness and wisdom. Happiness and wisdom. Understand clearly. When this wisdom is settled in your mind, you will fly. And always, you will recognize the happiness in me. It cannot be undone. Happiness cannot be undone. Joy, that love cannot be undone. Yes, it can be superimposed by fear, by sense of loneliness. Mind has already started projecting the candy out. I will find the candy outside. You are very crazy. You have reduced my honey as a crazy. No, no, I'm not. I've not reduced. Your honey is a crazy. I'm just giving an example. Giving an example of just example, so that your mind is little bit hurt, and then you start contemplating and reflecting, then you awaken to the wisdom. So when you start contemplating and reflecting regularly, then you may not have those challenges by any person, which Christina explained in the last session. That no, there is nothing in the Eastern wisdom. I must say that if you ask me, there is nothing. What we use the word, we use the word BS. I don't know. Now I'm learning. I'm becoming internally, mentally also American. Did you understand, Dennis? Dennis understands. So Eastern wisdom is BS. You also say yes, it is BS. There is no problem. Why? You are not attached. We are learning detachment. Why I should be attached with the Eastern wisdom? And that is why I told you, do you want peace and happiness in your life? We have to explore if the peace is permanent or happiness is permanent. The guy says, no, it is not permanent. Okay, let us start the journey. At least we should be in peace now. You see, I'm teaching everything to Christian. I will take my profession. So, anyhow, so, so Eastern wisdom, we have to find the ways. There are hundreds of these texts were written. Same principle, expression is different. That is why during the last 10,000 years of the journey of the Eastern wisdom continues to be relevant. Why it is relevant? It has adapted itself through the expression of a teacher, but the main principles remained the same. What is that? Remember that, don't forget, the knowledge is realized in stages. So when you continue to contemplate, reflect, when you continue to practice, these thoughts will come to your mind. Oh, this is the way to approach. But yes, if someone asks a question like Jerry told us, then you have to explain intellectually. This is what the Eastern wisdom says. This is what it says. Then they will ask where it is. So obviously, I will give you all those references where it says. I have no problem. So I have no problem. So what happens? Knowledge is realized in stages, but I'm using but. Acquired information is acquired in a short time. Passing. But problem comes, why the knowledge is realized in stages? Because mind is impure, it is deluded, it is filled with lot of fear. It also takes the Eastern wisdom as another candy. So the mind is already outside. It says, tell me the practice and I will do it and I will be happy permanently. Understanding? So the mind overpowers the intellect. Tell me, I am listening to you. Wrong value is set. We have already discussed about the value. And the mind overpowers the intellect. Mind in attachment and in fear and in anxiety, it says, look, I am wise. See, my honey is crazy. Tell me the way. How to make him or her calm. Come on, I'm talking about you. You should be calm. Are you getting it? That level of confusion comes. That is why satsang is there. Progress in the journey means the intellect is becoming free from the domination of the mind, from the impurity, from the attachment and detachment. Intellect is continuously living in discernment and dispassion, in wisdom. That is why I told you the series is happiness and wisdom. Only satsang can help you. Practice is not going to help you. Yeah, I can pick up the two more things. Why the practice doesn't help? Take an example. The mind is full of impurities. It is always in search of the candies. I am 66 years old. The mind is repeating the same thing, searching candies outside, so I am frustrated. Now any teacher comes and he says the happiness is within. So mind overpowers the intellect, wrong value is set, and now that wrong value says to the teacher, okay, guide me the practice. So I don't make him understand that you are still searching another candy in the journey of the Eastern wisdom, which is not possible. First you understand. If you do not understand, what will happen? You will practice meditation. After the meditation, you feel very calm and relaxed. Mind says, where is my candy? Impurity. Impurity of the mind. Where is my candy? That is where, in order to understand that candy is outside, it is a temporary, it is only a candy. There is no relationship of that candy with the loneliness. Now you have understood. With that understanding, you practice meditation, your practice will be deeper. And now you are approaching the journey of the self-discovery. Logical, pure logical, step by step. That is why, I made a clear reference. I have to check what? I have to check my personality and the mind. What to check in the personality and the mind? How old I am. In the last session I told you, first year of the dog is 15 year, second is 9 year, I think, 24. So I'm 24. Dog is only 2 years. Rest is 5 years old. Now I'm 66 years old. 15 plus 9 is 24. Minus 60, for example, 45, 35. So now, is my mind also 35 years old or 60 years old, or it is still the same, searching for the candy? It means mind is immature. I don't have a mental maturity. I have tried hard in every area. I used lot of candies and still I'm unhappy. I should reach to a state of Discernment, it is enough. Are you getting it? Who says it is not enough? Now, even thinking like this makes you calm. Tell me, is it not? Your mind is distracted in so many directions. Come, oh, yes, I'm searching. I have to be mentally mature. Only a mature mind can find the real self, my friend. Close your eyes. That is, eyes are closed and place, person, and posture. Place, position, and be comfortable. Can you recognize that comfort? Now you see when the mind is not searching for the candy outside, it's simply saying comfort. What do you mean? Yes. I simply say, Brandy, Jerry, Dab. You know, yes, I'm addressing you. I'm addressing comfort. Why it is not possible? Because of impurity in the mind. That is how we understand. And then be carefree. I said it, and you say, yes, I am. We have to reach to that state. Oh, okay. And then flow of the breath. Aware of the flow of the breath. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. I'm skipping the 6 neighbors. I don't want your mind to get habituated with one practice. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Pick up any explanation, any thought. Why pick up any thought? Thought contains the knowledge. Knowledge will awaken the wisdom, and you are ready for meditation. What I discussed, I've been telling you. Whatever I discuss, I change, modify the practice and accordingly. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. You are reminding the mind that the mind, peace is within you. You need not to be distracted. So even those small distractions are dropped. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. You see the Mangalacharan? Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Okay. Now we will look inside the forehead in the space and drop Om Shanti there. You all know it. And now start breathing into the rib cage, long, deep, and the hissing breath into the entire chest region. Continue. You are breathing long, deep, and hissing through both the nostrils in the state of sensation, comfort, and continue breathing. Long, deep, and the hissing breath continues. Om Shanti. You're hammering deep inside the forehead in the space, in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And now stop this, become aware of the flow of the breath, and continue with that flow of the breath. Make it little deeper now. It is deep, silent, and slow. So you remember, your mind now can remember. So as you inhale, your mind moves from the top center of the head down into the spine, reaching to the tailbone, singing mentally Om Shanti. And as you exhale, the mind moves from the tailbone inside in the spine, reaching to the top center of the head, singing the same mantra, Om Shanti. So it's a syncing of the mind with the mantra and the spine, moving up and down. It is just taking your mind away from millions of candies and their impressions present as an accumulated impressions. They normally set the value in our life during conflict, during attachment, during fears. I think I completed the entire understanding. Many words are used: mental maturity, remove the impurity of the mind, value set the value which aligns with the knowledge and the wisdom, not aligns with the ignorance and delusion. So many expressions are used. Everything is good. We are moving to our meditation journey where we can do the practice with eyes open or closed. Do not matter at all. Here, singing mentally, Shanti completes the inhalation and movement of the mind. You are doing Shanti completes the exhalation and movement of the mind along the spine. Sometime our mind says, no, I will do the reverse. Do the reverse, it doesn't make any difference. Well, while inhaling, you can do it with, but what will happen? It will take more time to settle your mind. The normal pattern is when you inhale, the belly expands. That means you are moving from the nose to down. So that is why we use the word moving from the top center of the head to the tailbone. While during inhalation, and now leave this, move the mind inside the cave of your heart. Visualize the triangle of any color, moving the mind on the sides of a triangle, dropping Om Shanti. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. You will find a sink. The moment you have a sink, push the mind with Om deep inside the cave of your heart. Mind seemingly stops. You drop Shanti and do nothing. I know, and you also know, that I'm still continuing with the same expression. I will change the expression of this last step as we understand another level of the satsang. is gone. Just continue in that state. Recognition, cognition of that state is required in a higher practice of meditation. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down, we'll share our experiences. How are you, Terry?
um, the the clan what was my candy today.
No, it's okay. I guess sometime it happens. But you understood the concept, and that is very important. Good. How are you,
Yeah.
Dennis?
Guruji, did you call my name? I
Yes,
missed
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
The takeaway for me today was your phrase that I will not allow this pleasure define my overall happiness, because this pleasure is only a distraction from the problem and not a solution to it. It's a kind of an escape from an imaginary problem also that is made up by the mind. And I have to make sure that my expectations are not related to the candies. That metaphor that you used was very clear and understandable and applicable. And my practice was very calm, deep, and absorbed. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Throughout the day, I have to be aware, am I searching candy? Supported by fear, anxiety, attachment, duality, conflict will always be there. But for a temporary period, for a temporary period, I will feel blessed. How I went to the restaurant, I like the pasta I'm eating. During that period, everything looks very rosy. But after that, we already know it, so I need not to explain it. How are you, Samir?
Sir, I think as gradually we start living in peace, then we slowly we understand that taste of inner peace is better than the taste of candy.
Yes.
So we are attracted towards the inner peace, and the candies start dissolving slowly, slowly, and they are there, but they don't matter much to us. They are where they are there in our daily life, but the value of them, these candy decreases in our life.
You see, that is what we have been discussing. The mind naturally sets the value, recognizing what fear, attachment, duality do not exist in me. They are simply another delusion, and I want to get rid of inner delusion by another delusion, which is candy. So even my honey is candy, yes, if you are seeking a pleasure there. That is another answer, because it doesn't matter for sake of attachment. Now it matters for the sake of true relationship. Are you getting it? You have a true relationship. Whether the other has it or not, it doesn't matter. We still have a question: what is true relationship? We are moving there, don't we? How are you, David and Jerry? If you want to say anything, Terry, you can say it, after David and Jerry. Yes.
Thank you. Um, excuse me. The lesson was really great. Again, another tool of the Eastern wisdom that we can apply. Candy, can be a metaphor applied to anything. Candy dissolves. Candy is man-made. Candy is temporary. So I love that. Going into my meditation today, when we did the active breathing portion, I had some candies, but very quickly those candies went away, and I was just inside with my real self. So thank you.
Beautifully said. Yes, you're right. The problem is the mind, since our birth, understood the candy is a real, and it is not an escape. It is a real thing. I'm lonely, then I find someone, I get married, so on. Just progress. And after a few years, what happens, we all know. Don't be sad. It doesn't mean that it, but but when you get rid of those candies and then you perceive the world minus candies, it's a beautiful world. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. I love the candy metaphor, and the candy doesn't solve anything, doesn't fix anything. And the real candy is inside.
Yeah, right. I'm very happy that everyone likes, I reflect on is that how to present, this group, how to present the principle into the second group, how to present to the private lesson. So the more and more contemplation keeps your mind into the same state of Eastern wisdom. So you need not to worry about yourself, whether you are searching for a candy or not. You are happy. You are happy. But internally, if your honey says, "Oh, let us go to that restaurant," okay, two candies. One is honey, and other is the restaurant. But don't say directly, otherwise you'll end up fighting. So, how are you, Brandy?
I'm fine, thank you. I wasn't able to answer you at the beginning because I was showing no internet connection. It wouldn't even let me touch my microphone. Anyhow, my takeaway today was that if anything can be solved, conflict, attachment, fear, with candy, then it's a delusion, and that's our clue, right? That when we can apply a candy to it, if we can apply a candy to it for a fix, then it's not real and the candy's not real. So thank you, that was helpful.
Yes, yes. even someone becomes angry internally, you say, oh, another candy is causing a problem. So you are becoming happy with someone. It happens in our relationship also. So, but if you remember, in those times, you don't have a time to practice. You have to respond, and you know how to respond in discernment, in dispassion, whether someone is reacting to you or someone is appreciating. Now apply the same thing in variety of situations, and the life is going to be beautiful. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. The analogy of candy reminded me of in my work, we utilize the idea of if the parent gives the candy to the toddler when they tantrum, it's just going to reinforce and increase the tantrum. And through our practice, just noticing less tantrums, less impulsivity, and feeling. Today it came through the feeling when you feel connected to the real self, and then how to bring that into all the happenings of our lives to come back to.
Yes, yes, Christina. I think that's what the principle in modern psychology, that I gave the candy to a baby, he stopped crying. Now the second time I gave, so I'm reinforcing. So what I'm reinforcing, it's a reinforcing the delusion. I'm reinforcing the delusion. Is there a relationship between the candy and crying? Crying means demanding. Crying means binding desire. Crying means pleasure prompted desire. I'm seeking something. So they both are not related. So there comes the Eastern wisdom. It says they are not related at all. Get rid of it. Stop seeking candy. Find the real self. So we have a principle that real self is beneath. Modern psychology, they are progressing towards that, especially the Robert Essagioli, a German scientist who talks about psychosynthesis. But they create the real self. That is the problem. It cannot, if it is created, it can be destroyed. We have the real self. It is uncreated, unchanging. That needs to be understood. How are you, sir?
Sir, namaste.
Namaste, sir. I thought that your mic doesn't want to speak to me, so it's okay.
सर मैं ये सोच रहा था कि जो डिस्पैशन है, वैराग्य है, तो
कहीं से किताब पढ़ के बोल रहे हो?
नहीं, किताब पढ़ के नहीं, मैंने कुछ नोट किया था, अभी अभी नोट किया था, जस्ट फ्यू मिनट्स बैक ओनली। तो वही मैं अभी कुछ वो मतलब अंदर वो चल रहा है विचार, तो मैं सब बाद में बात करूंगा। अभी तो सर मैं पीस एंड माइंड ठीक है, इट्स ओके।
Yeah, he has written something regarding this passion, and he will talk in the next lesson. Yes, what is happening in every part of the world? अब थोड़ा सा बंद करो, तुम्हारी देवी जी बोल रही है, उसकी आवाज आ रही है, बड़ा मुश्किल है। So what happens? We study intellectually. We don't become a seeker and we try to understand it. Then it will not work. The way that we are moving into the satsang, so every step we are trying to understand, we contemplate and reflect. As you referred, the candy, it applies to in every life situation. So it makes your mind to think and contemplate. Am I seeking candy? And then attached with the candy, there is a temporary happiness. Now, if it is temporary, it is not related to my fear and anxiety, then what the heck I'm doing? Let me drop it. So that natural dropping from the mind is dispassion. I need not to hard work. I need not to show to the world that now I am controlling my mind. No. Controlling your mind will cause more problems. You are reinforcing in a negative way. So why I'm saying so? I had the same problem. Many years. And when the master says, no, you are doing wrong. That is why this satsang helps you. Anyhow, that is all for today. Thank you